I think he did. What a big win for Al Snow. I was surprised.
Absolutely. That was beautiful.
I thought Estrada had it in the bag. Evidently not. But we're joined tonight by Will Martell. We are here on the Mat, your forum for independent sports, right here on Comcast. Billy Wack, a little bit conspicuous by his absence, but a big shout out to you and all you fans out on YouTube. Chris Hedford in studio tonight working with us. Our director, Nicholas H., in the house as well. We have got none other than Will Martell from Chicago All-Star Wrestling joining us. Will, from what I understand, you're also an actor?
Yes. Actually, I was an actor before I started wrestling.
Okay.
Yeah. I've done a lot of independent films. Actually, I was in Dark Knight, Batman
Really?
Dark Knight, when it filmed in Chicago.
Really?
Yeah, stood about 15 feet or so from Heath Ledger,
Wow.
the late Heath Ledger. Watched him
Nice.
work. Beautiful.
Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. So you've been in some independent films. From what I understand, we do have a clip from a film you've been in. And what would the title of that one be?
That one is called The Raid. That was my earlier work, film work. And upcoming May 8th,
Yes, sir.
2009, there's going to be a film called The Vision that is going to premiere over at the Music Box Theater.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In Chicago?
In Chicago.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. Joliet, we premiered the film in Joliet. It was a success over in Joliet. So now we're in Chicago, and we're going to actually see what it does in Chicago.
Okay, hit me with the name of the new film again.
The
and
Vision.
the fans as well. The Vision.
The Vision.
And can you give us a little idea of what this film is about?
Actually, it's about a little girl that can see into the future.
Okay.
And sees her own death. And she's trying to prevent it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's one of those movies where it's a Carrie-ish type.
Nice.
Yeah, of movie.
Little girl makes bad. Well, I got to ask you, is this an independent film? Is it a Chicago-based independent film? In other words, is the director and the writer, are they mostly from Chicago, or is this from some other city? I'm curious.
Actually, Frankfurt.
Frankfurt, Illinois?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Any particular university these people might be associated with? Because sometimes independent films, people from Columbia, what have you.
Some of the crew was from Columbia College. This is the director, Robert Alanis. He's done 3 other films. One was called Bitter Blue, and the other one was called Barrymore's Dream, which this is actually a sequel to.
Now, if the fans out there are looking for any more information on Will Martell or Chicago All-Star Wrestling, where should they go, either on the internet or in the phone book?
You can actually get information plus a bio on the film at www.thevisionmovie.com. thevisionmovie.com.
I'm going to go there. I don't get on the internet much, but it's not often I get to meet an actual actor. And one day, maybe he'll give me a rub, and I go to Hollywood on your coattails. Will that'd be kind of fun. Well, let's go to that clip right now from Will's former film. What's the title of this one?
The Raid.
The Raid. Here we go with The Raid, baby.
You'll get used to it after a while. Gotcha, shithead. Oh, yeah, right. Oh, God, right in the neck.
I asked for a SWAT team, and this is what I get?
Some people like to celebrate Christmas.
Good thing I'm Jewish.
just to be safe. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, man, blasting him away. That one guy's face looked like hamburger. That's pretty heavy-duty stuff. But making your foray into films, as is John Cena, I got to say big props to you, Will.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, man. Wow. You know, if you ever need, some kind of crazy white wrestling manager nutcase type for one of your films, call me. Seriously.
Absolutely.
Pass Ritchard T's name along. Yeah, I was the scourge of the Cauliflower Alley Club, let me tell you. We got some great stuff here tonight. Ritchard T. Sin joined by Will Martell in studio. More on the big Chicago All-Star Wrestling show that's coming up at the Pier Point Business Park on Narragansett in Chicago proper. I got some interesting stuff about that we found out about. But tonight's next match I want to talk about real quick. We have got Delicious Danny Scott taking on Metalhead Steve Stone. This is our Matt Classic of the Week from MSPW. Nicholas H., wasn't that Brian Zena's league? Brian Zena?
It was a spin-off of Brian Zena's league. It was MCW, which was Midwest Championship
That was
Wrestling.
Brian Zena, Midwest.
And Midwestern States Pro Wrestling, which you have the DVD right there on the table.
Which I have the DVD right here, Midwestern States Pro Wrestling. That's the guys that used to go in the roller dome with the little schoolhouse and the funny background
right.
used to always tape.
Skates West and Joliet.
I remember them Skates West. Good stuff, fun stuff. But we've got MSPW coming up. Dangerous Danny Scott taking on the Metalhead Steve Stone. Interesting fact about Steve Stone, the Metalhead. He's kind of like a hardcore headbanger. I mean, he likes I got to admit, when him and Robbie Dauber were at Windy City, me and him and Robbie were the only metalheads in the place. We were all going to go to a Motley Crue show together. Go figure. Now Robbie Dauber's out in the East Coast stripping somewhere. Steve Stone, he's still wrestling, right?
Oh, yeah. He is half of American History Next with Hardcore Craig.
American History Next. Okay, gotta love it. And I ain't even gonna go there. They sound like some crazy white boys to me. We'll just kind of let them guys slide off to the side. We got no time for them here tonight. We got Will Martell in the house from Chicago All-Star Wrestling. I gotta tell you, we've got a great show coming up. And what's the date on that show?
That show is May 30th.
May 30th, and that's at the Pier Port Business Park. That's at Narragansett. Some of you might know it as the Slam Center. It is the same building, just so there's no confusion out there. And if there's more information about this show, where would we go?
You can go to www.chicagoallstarwrestling.com.
Okay, and I got to say, I was given a little bit of a dirt sheet here about some of the stars that are going to be on the match or on the card. T.C. Washington and Chris Black taking on a mystery. With a mystery partner taking on the feature, which is you, Will Martell,
The feature presentation,
Dante Devious, and the Iceman. Also on this card, I see Tony Rican is going to be taking on Willie the Bomb Richardson. And I'll tell you, Willie the Bomb, this is one big dude. Tony Rican, no stranger to On the Mat, and I'm excited about seeing this show. Matter of fact, I'm going to try and go. Is it a Friday or a Saturday, Will?
Actually, it's a Saturday.
Saturday night, May the 30th. You still got time to go. This is going to air before it. I'm all excited about it. Now, wait a minute here. It says here, you've got a group called the Hillbillies, seconded by Liz Field. The Hillbillies?
The Hillbillies.
You're allowed to say Hillbillies in this day and age?
Yes, apparently so.
I'm from Indiana. I kind of take exception to that remark. They're not from Beverly. They're just.
Nothing wrong with Hillbillies.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, though. But it's a derogatory.
Okay, present company not included.
Oh, well, thanks, Will. All right, hey, Will's giving me some city props. I'll take them. But they're taking on. Wait a minute. Versus the mastermind, Steven Stockwell, and the German Superman, seconded by Big Lou. I'm telling you, May the 30th is shaping up to be one heck of a night. I'm telling you, you want to go see Chicago All-Star Wrestling. You can go to which site again?
www.chicagoallstarwrestling.com.
Now, you're tag team champ there. You're putting the belts on the line that night?
That night, there's going to be a 6-man.
What?
Yeah, there's going to be a 6-man match. Now, the powers that be at Chicago All-Star told Dante Devious and myself that we had to take this 6-man match against the 2 #1 contenders for the belts right here. I take offense to that because everything that's going to happen that night with Chris Black and T.C. Washington, see, they came close the first time, and they couldn't get the job done. They couldn't. They couldn't. So boys, just listen up. When you come and face the devious presentation with the addition of the Stone Cold Killer, Iceman Tim Norton, you are going to come up short once again. I don't care who your mystery partner is.
Wow, Iceman Tim Norton, I remember him. And I got to tell you, from what I understand, Great Malachi is the heavyweight champion in this group?
Yeah.
Well, you got some choice words for him, Will?
Yes.
Go ahead, speak on that.
Let me tell you something, Melanchi, and I want you to really, really listen up. The last time we faced each other in the ring, I came this close to beating you. We've gone around and around with this thing. The next time I get you in the ring, I'm going to take your gold and add it to my collection. You just remember that, Melanchi.
Man, it's heating up, I'll tell you this. I'm going to be there May 30th if I can. I think Nicholas H. is going to try and go. I'm telling you, this is where it's at right here for independent pro wrestling right here on the mat. Ritchard T. Sin joining you. Now, we have got delicious Danny Scott. Nick, I have a problem saying delicious Danny Scott. I mean, it's a guy, for God's sakes. And I got to sit here and call this guy delicious. I mean, I'm chewing gum, but I'm just having a hard time wondering what the taste in my mouth of a... Can we just call him Danny Scott? Let's just call him Danny Scott. I'll say Metalhead. He's a metalhead. He's a headbanger. He's like me. I share that. But delicious?
Delicious.
He's a big dude. I know he's on one of our posters. He's a big, tough guy, and more power to you, Danny Scott. But calling you delicious, I got to wonder. Here we go. Matt's joined in front. Matt's joined at the onset. The bell is not yet rung. Steve Stone taking a drink off that big old gallon of water. The Metalhead, as he's known, got the Danzig logo on his tights. And look at I'll call him DDS.
DDS.
And he's not a wrestling dentist, don't get me wrong. But he is, according to his girlfriend, I can say it this way, according to his girlfriend, he's delicious. I couldn't tell you, but whatever. Danny Scott out there. Wait a minute, who's at ringside? Nicholas H., is that Mike Horning? Is that Mike Horning at ringside? I'm getting good. You can tell I've been with On The Mat for quite some time now. I've never met Mike Horning, and I can recognize him on OTM. Whoa, look at this. Oh, very good stuff, Nicholas H. Once again, I must say this is also shot by OTM Productions, and look at that.
You get right in on the action. That's great.
On the Matty. Yes, sirree. Dangerous Danny Scott. Dangerous. Delicious, whatever. Danny Scott claiming a hair pull to this referee. Now, if Billy Wack were here, we'd be going on for about 10 minutes as to who that referee is and how much he likes to drink. But I don't know this kid, so you know what? He's got a clean slate with me. Mark, I've met Mark before. Thank you, Nicholas H. I'll take it. I remember that goofball. I remember him being I remember that mealy mouth son of whatever. Anyhow, trips him up, does Metalhead. Steve Stone smacking him. Oh my goodness. And I gotta say, Danny Scott's a little bit bigger than Steve Stone. Steve Stone taking some advantage. And Mike Horning basically checking on his buddy. Combing his hair. I don't know. You gotta wonder.
Stroking his hair.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit strange, these relationships with professional wrestling. But I guess that's, what it's all about. One guy's got the other guy's back. He's brought a second out.
Yeah, got him way back.
Yeah, well, you might as well. If you got somebody that'll walk out to the ring with you, might as well use it to your advantage. I'll give him that, but I don't know. Delicious. I have such a hard time calling a man delicious. I apologize. But Danny Scott out there, and taking some exception and stalling, basically, in my opinion, at this point. Steve Stone stalking him, trying to get him for a nice, even, clean lockup in this matchup. Finally, wrenches that headlock on. Scott trying to punch him, whips him off.
Shoulder tackle.
It was.
Where's hip tap?
Yes, sir. Yes, it was. Gets him up for the slam, does Stone. Runs in, but Scott takes a powder and a little walk in the outside.
Oh, yeah, it looks like he was setting him up for a clothesline.
The water boy, Mike Horning, bringing out the water. That's what they call him, the water boy. From behind, finally, chopped to the back. Taking him for a walk around this VFW. Oh, my goodness. Face first right by the trash. Nicholas H., where's this emanating from? What's the name of this building, if you have an idea, son? Coal City? There's trouble right here in Coal City. Trouble with a capital C, and that rhymes with you know what, and I ain't even going to go there. All right, look at it. They're taking him for a drink. Let's go to the bar, Danny Scott.
Diamond's Banquet Hall in Coal City.
That's a Diamond's Banquet Hall? It looks like a VFW. That's a rough and tumble banquet hall. That's poke to the eyes. That's my kind of banquet hall. Referee Mark Matthews trying to keep order here. Danny Scott shaking out his fist. Stone gets a fist in of his own. Nice up-close, tight wrestling action. Taking a walk. Oh, okay, let's just... You've heard the expression, I'm going to mop the floor with you? Yeah. Well, he just got the head nice and wet, so if he is going to mop the floor, it'd actually probably do some good as long as he's not bleeding. Oh, now he's got the mop! Scrub-a-dub-dub! Look at that. Oh, my goodness. This is like watching a Popeye cartoon. Unbelievable. Man, clips him with that fist. Flings him into the wall. Danny Scott don't know where he's at. He's on Dream Street, baby. Falling to one knee.
Reeling.
He sure enough is. Look at that. Steve Stone clearing himself a path. Runs back. Ooh, yes it was. You called it, Will Martell. Danny Scott rather pleased with himself. He's a ring veteran. He's been in the business for quite some time. Steve Stone, face first to that table. Now they're taking a walk around in this crowd. And I got to say, I really enjoy when stuff like this happens. The sadist in me gets a big kick on a hardcore action all around the arena. I think that's what the fans love to see in wrestling, too. Just the pure haphazardness of it, the unpredictability of it.
Oh, that's why Dick the Bruiser and Crusher were so great.
Yeah, I never thought of such a thing, but you're right. Good comparison.
Oh, they took it to the street.
That's it. And we're getting a little of that type of action right here tonight on OTM, your forum for independent sports. Big uppercut by Scott, trying to walk the Metalhead around this ring. Punches him. Seemingly got control, trying to take the Metalhead back. Thought he was going back to the ring. Now he's going to some table, clearing out these fans, getting out of the way. Their bottles of water, their video cameras. Ain't no gimmicks on that table. You'll be washing them T-shirts before you sell them. You do it on that on the gimmick table.
Stone into that ring post.
Yes, that's a hard place to hit, as you well know, Will.
Yes.
Getting in there. Referee Mark Matthews gives chase. Big boot by Scott. Metalhead Steve Stone trying to get back up. Not allowed to do so by DDS.
This DDS is a big boy.
Horning in there again, interfering, choking over the second rope. Metalhead. Yeah, DDS, he's a deviant one, all right. He thinks he's running his game. We've seen a lot of that here. Gets a pin, only a 2 count. Only a 2. Hooked the leg, but only a 2. Mark Matthews on top of his game, referee in attendance. I'll give him that. At least he was on this night. Face first to the buckle goes Stone. DDS kicking him like a dog right in that corner.
I think he's frustrated.
DDS?
Yes.
Ooh, man.
Oh.
Planted that kick right into the midsection. Oh, he's calling it a low blow, and he's kind of bragging about it as well. Mark Matthews, referee's checking. He says, was that a low blow? Now he's denying it. Now again, wait a minute, from behind, Horning. Look at Horning from behind. Choking out Steve Stone. He's wrestling 2 guys here tonight.
Absolutely. It's a handicap match.
That's about it. That's about the size of it. Now, DDS over that second rope, adding to that damage of the larynx and throat area. Gets him up. Oh, my goodness, what a back-breaking maneuver. Sets him up again, drops him right back down to the mat. 1. Only a 2. Man, I thought that was it.
Oh, yeah, that sidewalk slammed pretty hard.
Yes, it was. This is a nice, tight ring, I'll tell you that. This is where it's at. Oh, my goodness. Here he goes. Your Matt Classic right here tonight on OTM.
Oh.
Man, he got that. Was that a knee?
Yeah, that was a knee to the bread basket.
Ouch, that'll hurt. Especially, uh-oh, wait a minute. Now he's choking him out with his leg. His DDS. Steve Stone gets back up. Basically just collapses into the corner, maybe to rest, to get some sort of offense mounted. But looks like DDS is really having his way with him now. Snapmares him over into the middle of the ring. Oh, man, what a kick. That's it, mixed martial arts style savate kick, as it were. Or was that a Muay Thai kick?
That was pretty much a Muay Thai kick.
There we go.
Yep.
I'm old school. I always go to savate first. Here we go. From behind with a kick. Once again, man, I'll tell you, distracted by Horning and from behind DDS. Metalhead Steve Stone, wait a minute. We could be setting up for a pile driver. Attempts it. Wait a minute, gets lifted back up.
Flip.
Uh-oh.
An inverted walls of Jericho, it looks like.
Yes, he's got him. Willie tap, can he crawl to the ropes? Can he get where he needs to go? Steve Stone in a precarious situation at the hands of Delicious Danny Scott. There, I said it. The delicious one, as it were. Wait a minute. Steve Stone is crawling back. He is crawling to them ropes. He's not walking to New Orleans. He's crawling. He gets pulled right back in.
Right back.
Yes, he did. I'll tell you what action we're having right here tonight on OTM. We got Chicago All-Star Wrestling in the house, in effect right here. Will Martell. Wait a minute, he got the rope. He finally got the rope, did Metalhead Steve Stone. Broke the hold finally, but I think it really did its damage on the Metalhead Steve Stone. He's really been just beaten up and punished in this match so far by Delicious Danny Scott. There, I said it again. What a chop by DDS. Stone in the corner. Much worse for wear. Just punishing away is Scott. Says, come on with it, Holmes. Snaps him in, whips him across. Runs in, but wait a minute, Steve Stone gets out of there. Misses with the clothesline. Oh, but he didn't with that one, and down goes Scott. Fans solidly behind this matchup, very much into it. Mark Matthews, referee or official in attendance, giving the count, the double count. One of these men's got to reach their feet. Can they do it?
Yeah, Steve Stone looks like he just took all of the energy out of himself with that clothesline.
Yeah, can he get back in this thing? That's the question. And if he does, will he be able to surmount a proper offense against both of these guys, Horning and Scott? Uh-oh.
Hit him with the elbow.
Yes, he did. Hits him with another one. Down goes Scott. Steve Stone, he's getting all hyped up.
Yeah, he's coming alive.
Runs in, gets that clothesline, short clothesline in the corner. Whips him off, another short clothesline. Comes over. Wait a minute. Oh,
breaker,
man.
Beautiful.
Yes, it was. Oh, man. Close, but no
enough.
cigar. Close, but no pay window. Only a 2 for the Metalhead, Steve Stone. I'll tell you, this guy's a straight shooter, the Metalhead. And it's a shame he's got to fight 2 individuals with Horning at ringside. In, but nobody home. Oh, man.
Slam.
Oh, my goodness, that could be it. 1, 2. Oh, got a shoulder up just in time. Who'd have thunk it? The Metalhead, Steve Stone, really showing us something here. All the punishment he's taken in this matchup. I got to tell you, Nicholas H. delivering us another instantaneous great match right here at OTM, your forum for independent sports. I'm Ritchard T. joined by Will Martell. Gets that leg up, barely, does Danny Scott. Whips him over. Steve Stone reversal comes in, gets the kick up. Does Scott.
Oh, nice.
Sits down with him. 1, 2. Horning in there to interrupt. That could have been a 3 for all we would have known.
Yeah, somebody get that guy Horning out of there.
He is something else. Really making his presence known at ringside. And if Steve Stone had somebody out here, hey, wait a minute, winds up and gets caught in a full Nelson for his troubles. Comes over and nails his own helper. Could be the 1, the 2, only a 2. Oh, man, that was close.
That was really close.
Really, really something here. Seesaw matchup. What action? Steve Stone gets whipped off. Scott's got it, tries to get him up. Stone reverses it. Snaps him down. Wait a minute, could this be a 1, 2, only?
Oh.
Wait a minute. I heard the bell ring. The bell rang. Oh, my goodness, that was a 1, 2, 3. What a matchup right here tonight.
That was great.
Oh, man. MSPW, Nicholas H. bringing us another instantaneous Matt Classic right here on OTM. your forum for independent sports. It's been a great night here tonight. I've had a ball with you, Will.
Oh, absolutely.
Thanks for coming. You basically saved my neck. No co-host. You acted as a great co-host. We're looking
thank you
forward
very
to
much.
your films coming out, and I'm looking forward to that big show on May 30th at the Pierport Business Center in Chicago on Narragansett, and I'm telling you, it's going to be a good one. I'm all fired up about it. Ritchard T might even show up. Who are these guys?
Martell, Mr. Will Martell.
Yes, that's me.
We're here about the meeting. You know, the one about the phone call, about the proposal I had for you.
Oh, yes, that phone call. It was a slice. Mr. Ritchard T, it was a slice.
But this guy looks like Adolf, and who? Wait a minute, this is a big, nasty German.
Don't worry about it. This is business between Mr. Martell, myself, and the German Superman. You don't need to know.
But you're not going with them, are you?
Yes.
Well,
I just have a little bit of business with them, and, I will be back on the Mat really, really soon. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, well, it was a blast. Wow, Will, he's gonna take his belt and I'm back to by myself. Billy Whack, where are you? But I gotta say, it's been an eventful night here on OTM. I'm Ritchard T. Sin for Nicholas H., Billy Whack, and Chris Hedford. We'll see you next time right here on your forum for independent sports on the Mat.